For this one here tonight, I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, Special K, Kell Brook. Weighing in at 66.7 kilos, he's got a reach of 175 centimeters, which is the same as his height, which is also 175. And he'll be facing off against Fernando Vargas, 5 foot 10 inches tall, with a reach of 70 inches.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
He is Special K, Kell Brook, the former welterweight champion of the world, fighting out of the Steel City of Sheffield, UK. It's Fernando El Feroz Vargas, such an intimidating figure, never takes a step back, and is always looking for...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Straight right just misses. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hell's fire on here.
Nice counter shot. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One of the best rounds I've seen this year. Back and forth they go. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Brook in that last round. You know that bell. Here we go for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, every twitch.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That hook is parried away. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
possession being thrown to the wind. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to...
Let's talk about Fernando Vargas in that. And there's the bell to start round 3. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. He threw the hook, didn't land. Uppercut does not score. And he scores with the counter. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. And Vargas just got clipped hard. Oh, are we about to see an upset? Vargas is on the canvas. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Fernando Vargas in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that. Back at it in round 4. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Stamina is off the charts. The jab can't find a home. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
You'd like to see more jabs. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Just misses with that uppercut. Heavy shot to Vargas. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Brook in that last round. Well, he is glad to have... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Won't give us a second to catch our breath. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Brook in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Whoa, Vargas! Is he about to go down? And down goes Vargas. And finally, Vargas goes down. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Fernando Vargas in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This is some of the best action action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Do you believe what we are seeing? They both want the knockout. Ooh, and a big blow right there to Vargas. Vargas is on the canvas. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Fernando Vargas in that last round. He's done all that work. And we enter the 8th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Vargas really took that poorly. And it appears and you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
It's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Another win, another unanimous.